Alright, what's up guys? Ozric here, and I've showed you guys all my Moab strategies. I've showed you guys my tips on staying alive, getting big kill streaks, and big scores. Well, today let's talk about how to win consistently, and I'm going to show you guys what I consider the best setup in the game for domination. This setup has nothing to do with staying alive, and it has everything to do by playing the objective. I showed you guys this class, I think it was in game 1 of my live comms that I posted not too long ago. But let me tell you what the setup is. It's MP7, extended mag, and range. Range on the MP7 because it pretty much will give you the strongest MP7 that you can get. I don't like using the rapid fire. I mean, you could go rapid fire with range, and that's probably the best setup for the MP7 that you can get for just raw output, raw damage, you know, putting out there. But I think extended mag is better because extended mag allows you to be a lot more aggressive with the MP7. You can pretty much take on multiple targets. You don't got to worry about reloading. It makes a huge difference, guys. A huge difference. The perks that I'm using Recon Pro, Quick Draw Pro, and Steady Aim Pro. I'm using Recon Pro because, like I said, I don't plan on staying alive very long, so I don't need Scavenger. I don't even need Sleight of Hand because I have extended mags, and I probably won't stay alive long enough to even use Sleight of Hand. But Recon Pro makes it so any bullet damage, you know, I'm pretty much always going to shoot somebody at least one time before I die. So any bullet damage will paint them on the minimap, come up as a little Blackbird advanced UAV type little icon. Any splash damage from my Simtexes is going to paint the enemy. So, for example, I might shoot somebody, I might die. I'm gonna respawn close by because I have tac insert. I'm going to know exactly where the enemy is. My teammates will know exactly where the enemy is. And they're more likely to move into that direction and help support me if they see these triangles on the screen. Using quick draw because I am using tac insert, and you want to be able to put that tac insert down as quick as possible. You need Quick Draw Pro to do that. It helps the speed of your equipment, and believe me guys, some of you say, oh, I use it with Assassin. It's better with quick draw. It only takes a split second for you to whip out that tac insert and get it down, and it's important to save precious time because I am tac inserting to defend flags. So the faster I get that tac insert down, the faster I can turn the corner, the faster I can go attack the objectives and kill these guys. And it's important not to let the enemy advance too far. The whole point of using this strategy is to tac insert by the flag, defend, and then capture the flag, and then push forward. If you're wasting time, precious seconds, putting a tac insert down, you're not going to be able to push forward fast enough to push them back. So it's important to have quick draw. Not only that, but I don't have the best internet connection in the world. So having something like quick draw improves my gun raise time, and Steady Aim Pro. Steady Aim helps with the hip fire up close. Allows you to combat multiple enemies in your face. But Steady Aim Pro improves your raise up time off of a sprint, so it kind of works very nicely with Quick Draw Pro. Now I am using support kill streaks. Believe me guys, I hate support kill streaks. I hate the fact that they put this in the game, but it's there in the game. And who knows, Black Ops 2 could have something similar. We don't know at this time. Kill streaks have not been confirmed. We do know there will be strike packages, meaning like when you capture a flag, for example, it should count towards your kill streaks. But as far as what they have planned, the kill streak system, we don't know 100% at this time. But yeah, guys, kill streaks, I'm using advanced UAV, stealth bomber, and EMP. It's important to use it with this strategy because being in the enemy's face the entire time, defending flags, diving on flags, dying all the time, enemies bound to have kill streaks. They're going to get care packages. They're going to get attack helicopters up in the air. Could potentially get AC-130s and Pavlos up. And it makes it a bitch to deal with objectives. Not only are your teammates going to get wrecked because teammates, as you know, don't shoot down kill streaks, but it makes it difficult for you. So what I like to do is I like to call in the advanced UAV because it helps my teammates. Anything to help my teammates stay alive is good. It also helps them know where the enemy's at. So if they see a bunch of triangles bunched up, they're more likely to come in the direction that you're going. Also, I like using the stealth bomber. Actually, I hate the stealth bomber used against me. It's very, very annoying. It's unfair. But it does help in this situation. If I didn't have a stealth bomber here, I would have a hard time capturing objectives because the other team is also tac inserting by the flag. But I like to use it to clear out campers, people that are camping for kill streaks. and just you know, smash them up. Then I use the EMP. You want to hold the EMP until the enemy gets a kill streak that you can take out, or until you get close to a second EMP. You want to use that to kind of counter whatever it is they're doing, because what's going to happen is, say for example, they get a Predator. They call in the Pred. They get a triple or quad, and all of a sudden they have a Reaper. But you call in that EMP before they call in the Reaper, well, they're still going to have a Reaper once the EMP wears off. So you want to make sure you're able to counter what the other team's doing. Anybody that is kill streak whoring on the other team, camping for kill streaks, you can render them useless, because you're going to be all over the objective. They're hiding, trying to get kill streaks, and you're just taking out all their shit, taking all their crap out of the air. There's nothing they can do. I hate when people do that to me. I know how frustrating it is to deal with. So doing it to other people, I have no problem. Another thing I want to talk about is placement of tack inserts. Never tack insert in the back of your spawn. I know that sounds kind of self-explanatory, and you good players, all you beasts out there, know not to do that. But for some reason, I go into games and I see guys tack inserting in the back of our spawn. I'm like, dude, you're gonna respawn there anyway. Don't ever do that. You want to push up to like the B flag. Tack insert behind the B flag, so when you die, you're in position to throw a grenade and defend. You don't want to push ahead of the B flag and tack insert there, because you're going to get overwhelmed. Someone's going to kill you, and then they're going to push forward and then kill you as you respawn in your tack insert. So you need to tack insert in a safe place, kind of like I'm doing here. Now, the way that this works is you want to push forward ahead of the flag. Once you tack insert, you know, you clear out the flag, you capture the flag, push forward ahead of the flag. And then what that does is you're basically cutting off the enemy team. Don't allow them to get to the objectives. Don't defend the flags by sitting behind them. That works on some maps depending on, you know, where it works on some maps depending on like the cover that you have, but most of the time it doesn't work, especially on Modern Warfare 3. So you want to make sure you always push ahead. Who cares if you die? You're gonna respawn. You'll probably get a bullet into them. They're now painted on the map, and what all you're doing is just trying to put pressure on the enemy team, pressure them. And you can see here it worked extremely well a lot of the time. Sometimes that's the only way to capture an objective. You know, you're not always going to capture the flag on the first or second try. You got to try 3-4 times to go after the flag. And what happens is a lot of people don't like getting into crazy gunfights. So what ends up happening is, you know, they see that people are constantly flooding the B flag. They have a tendency to stay away from the B flag at that point. But yeah, guys, that's just my tips for Domination. Tack insert. Use these perks, use this gun, tell me what you think. And yeah, if you're not hitting big kill streaks, guys, this is definitely the best way to go. Use the tack insert to defend objectives and to rush forward ahead of the objectives. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like rating if you did enjoy it. And until next time, guys, more tips soon. Peace.